We actually began the free SHS program, and it's on record, and everybody knows it. However much they lie, and that's the kind of lie and propaganda they do, how much they lie. We started free SHS. So it just gives a lie to the propaganda they do that we didn't start the free SHS. We started it.
A bigly welcome to Pinax TV. Sinaya miankasa midipa Donald Trump okano. A bigly. Once again, Nyama Bibri Ekoso Ewo Ghana. Now you can share the little excerpt that you watched. Another little excerpt. And Sanambeka sometimes say no. Nyama Ewo ho. In some sumase. Obini show and obini nyomoto. In some eshisha dakem na Nyama eshe sumase. Eyampa sisi ano John Dramani Mahama. Or the same be abetujo, and currently, and just yesterday he was at the Central Region doing a regional tour. But Nemino Kase Kupim Ewa so West Sogon on John Dumelo. Basically, he was talking to the residents, and it's me from why I was so West Sogon. In any Lydia Hassan, Nikunu, and no take you over Siono MP, Ewa was so West Sogon. Bene, John Dramani Mahama, Kupim Ewa was so West Sogona, or John Dumelo, serious campaigner. The main motive of that campaign is to actually take NPP of that particular constituency, because according to John Dramani Mahama and John Dumelo Peso MP, NPP for the past 20 or so years, or more years, they've not helped people. And this particular flood that recently happened in Ghana, it even exposed the lies and even the certain loopholes in the constituency by the NPP for a year. This is more propaganda and I say political talk points mean can say entirely true or not. Now me know can say the main reason ABP has say a comment be ex-president of the Republic of Ghana, John Dramani Mahama Odiko Tuja. So he was in Cape Coast and he made those statements. Now those statements will make it and trigger a whole lot of things in some kind. I have the full lengthy thing and I have the asset and I all stress on that particular issue. And I also give you that except now because I also be now you follow where all of these things is going sequentially. Also coming up right here on this particular platform. I've been reporting for the past 2 weeks each and every day. Either say NPP ni be an accident, NPP ni be a guru be and as NPP ni be has been attacked. And I'm no because I will say my coming sir. It's another big NPP guru also a very huge or play a huge part in politics ni Dianka Sankasa Eddie Williams Mortesny Tego William Mortesny of Bruce Tego Mami ni dini short ni of Bruce Tego bewu na sani payina or one of the keen youth organizers Emma NPP do constituency na a branch ifas we in fact so sad. So what study social media past the abeka about abeka se so 4 more for nanano according to the past I'll say 4 more to die. I say a whole lot of things and a lot of people will die. Say just some few days to election NPP for no motor. We will give you what actually killed this man and what is actually going on in the camp of the NPP. Let me start off with this particular one. John Dramani Mahama, as part of his campaign, regional campaign, Central Region, all the regions in Ghana, Nukopimo Central Region, and or sit down, or Abruchenka, because a town hall meeting. So he sat down with one interviewer, na Wezo TV, and now interview, basically asking him. The 10 of events and Anyame course was Central Region. Right after a year, the topic on roads and infrastructure and NPP or SHS. So interview and Ebisa John Dramani Mahama said they've heard a whole lot of things. Say free SHS or bar or be trim near their day. I'm forecast say my and Toma Mahama or be trim. So they wanted to. The interviewer was saying say the people and the viewers want to know the truth behind this and the accuracy in those arguments. I'm forecast say and NPP for a make it say or be try free SHS. Now say I did crying what's say I can't say because free SHS no John Dramani Mahama and they buy. Yes, you heard me right. I'll give you the tape for you to watch, but short lengthy in person you can understand everything that he's saying. But according to John Dramani Mahama, free SHS by in the sense say when they were in government, they had a plan already. They had a plan already on paper, and they had a plan already in the pipeline. But Prior to the 2016 elections, na NPP for the show manifesto because according to John Dramani Mahama, they had nothing to offer Ghanaians until quickly, almost free SHS. But if you look at the records, now NDC started the free SHS program. Now we're amount for I'll come back to what people are saying. Me have my own views upon this. I'm not saying say Mahama is someone kind of try and I want to stand in the middle. But let me hit on video no hear me pa. John Dramani Mahama said when they brought out the plan, the constitution told them said they can't roll out such a program and a free SHS program like that. The constitution is in the constitution. So ABB said was so progressively. That is what is mandated for every government or person or ABB say. So they were doing it. And so they were doing it progressively. Mahama Chema, they were constructing schools, they were planning, they were doing infrastructure, they were also at the implementation stage. Why na NPP for win elections na almost kitty until we share the real thing na NPP NTC for and the share free SHS as na semba ko kanya make no ni akoshe video no shortly no is the fact say NPP educational minister Ebeka say Mahama left a debt of about $39 million. Mahama left a debt of $39 million on free SHS. And Mahama Bisa said, which free SHS are they talking about? In question video, Nembra.
So let me take advantage. Free SHS.
Yeah.
Sometimes I hear people scream. They want to hear from you, say something about your plan for the sector. The conversation in town, especially from your opponents, is that you will cancel it. You've spent a lot of time trying to explain. For those watching us now, what really will stand out differently from the implementation strategy now?
We actually began the free SHS program, and it's on record, and everybody knows it. However much they lie, and that's the kind of lie and propaganda they do, how much they lie, we started free SHS progressively. The difference between us and them was that the Constitution says we should introduce it progressively, because the Constitution knows that it will take a lot of planning, it will take a lot of infrastructure to be able to implement it properly. So it says progressively introduce free secondary education. And then they said they want to do it immediately. But even then, if you look at how they did it progressively, because they didn't start the whole 3 years. Those who were in the chain already, they allowed to complete without free SHS, and they started from first year and took 3 years to complete it. Now that's fine. If they decided to do it like that, they could have done that. But the priority work should have been to expand the infrastructure immediately. Now, what better do you have than the fact that there are secondary schools ongoing being built? You should have just continued and built those secondary schools and posted children to those secondary schools so that the congestion that you faced that created the double track would not have happened. Now, the Ministry of Education themselves came out and said, I left a debt of 39 million Ghana cedis on the free SHS program. What free SHS program? You say I didn't start it. How did I leave a debt on free SHS? So it just gives a lie to the propaganda they do that we didn't start the free SHS. We started it, but we started it progressively. I've been giving the example of if you want to raise poultry and do chickens, what do you do first? You build the hen coop, and then you go and buy the chickens and bring it. But if you go buy the little chickens and bring them home, how are you going to be able to look after them? Where are you going to keep them? And so they should have just continued from where we left off, build the secondary schools quickly, activated them, operationalized them, and sent children in there. Unfortunately, they didn't do that, and we ended with a double track. They go around saying that when I come, I'll cancel free HS. That's a bloody lie. It's not true. We're rather going to make it better. We will end the double track. As soon as we come, we'll tackle the schools we're building. And one of the things we notice is we can even do it faster because many of the existing secondary schools have extra land. They were acquired in Nkrumah's time, and unfortunately, private developers are even encroaching on it. So we will take part of that land and build a second secondary school. Let me give the example of West Africa Secondary School. It serves Medina, Adenta, that huge area. The demand for secondary education is high. So we put one of the community-day secondary schools in Frafraha. We put one at Atomic, Kwabenya. Then you have West African Secondary School. We can put another community-day secondary school on the West African Secondary School land, and you have two secondary schools on the same plot. It will absorb that huge number of children in that area.
Which would take
it is for Chininim Dawa and Bonchen, so that is exactly what all of us saw. John Dramani Mahama meno kasi about out head in summer be to just a free SHS program or more any NDC for and start here. And if there's any say accolades and I said there's any BB was say the bo being Sambrani and I say a basobodi be any award an achievement for that particular work, I will say the board NDC for because they started this thing and an NPP for Abejabo, so NPP for Abejabo, so according to him, no, a whole lot of Nema and Kuyi, we share the double track system, we share schools are ever under trees, we share a whole lot of things, red gold school track near there. According to Mahama, people are in the house, they are not going to school. Mobile, they will eliminate all of those things, expand the infrastructure of the schools, and make sure that every citizen of Ghana will go to school. According to also our more layout plan, more than the free SHS programmer NPP stole from him. So that is currently what is going on. I don't want to share my views much because anytime about Kasano, maybe Kasano is here, we have NDC people coming to say may your NPP ni, and if I talk, you have NPP also coming to say I'm doing a campaign for John Dramani Mahama. It's sad, but we are you choose to know we need to take it that way. I understand these things will happen and I take it in good faith. Nevertheless, I want to stand in the middle. Moving on to new MPP person we only knew or give them watch the new Patriotic Party Youth Organizer for Ododo constituency, William Mortesny of Bruce Tego. Minoka se webu na in same way by na ese ayare ho sempa. According to sources by and Rapino, he is one of the key MPP people in that constituency, not just in the constituency of Ododo, but also Accra and even the regional at large. He played a very formidable role in making sure the MPP came to power in 2016. But for some time now, whilst he was the new Patriotic Party Youth Organizer for that particular constituency and holding other positions, they were hoping that he could have actually come out strong and he could have actually come out from the sickness. He's a very young man. I can tell you, say, if you have 50 years and 40 years, so yare and yare within this few time, no, or fame went to me in fear MP and I went to me fear in man back cleaner. At the end of the day, he actually lost his life. Now, Osha Omupatch himself, whilst before even his death, he was still holding the position, which means position you krana or the cool woman, a whole lot of things. So I'm reading statements we by or say it is with great sorrow that I received the news where your MPP executives on the message in the tuja. It is with great sorrow that I received the news of our youth organizer William Mortesny of Bruce Tego passing. The grief, pain, and sorrow of his loss has been felt relatively and collectively within the rank and file of our dear Ododo constituency. His legacy, which has always been affirmed by his commitment to party, will be missed dearly. On behalf of the constituency, I convey our sympathizers, our sympathies to his family and loved ones, and also pray they find comfort in the Lord. Whilst we find a solace in knowing that our brother is resting in the bosom of his maker with no pain, struggle, or worries, we are equally burdened and inspired by the work we have ahead of us to uphold his legacy. To God we belong, and to God we shall return. Rest well, Razgege, my brother and my friend. Tinidi and the friend Dudwana Eye Razgege. And I'll shade in there I say from Ni Lante Banaman MPP PC to Ododo. So this is currently what is going on. A very sad one, how these MPP gurus are dying of late, I just say. No matter what they've done wrong, and no matter the politics and the propaganda, the lies and other things, both parties here, NPP, NDC, nobody deserves to die, because in as much as they do all of this, and they also create an impact. So this is currently what is going on. We'll do what to give you more updates as time flies ahead. Thank you so much for watching.